Welcome to Jeff Cowan's Pro Talk Incorporated presents the Full Service Promise. My name is Jeff Cowan, and I will be introducing you to a way to handle service customers that will deliver three things. It will deliver increased customer retention, increased customer satisfaction scores, and increased overall productivity. But before I show you how to do that, let me introduce myself, my company, and explain to you where these processes we are going to discuss come from. First and foremost, I wrote service. I've personally been on over 600 service drives all across the United States of America and Canada. If you take the trainers that work with Pro Talk and add in the number of service drives they've been on, as a company, we've been on well over 1,800 different service drives, again, all across the United States of America and Canada. I have visited service drives that cover all the manufacturers. I've been in stores that are so small that when we got there, they didn't even have a service drive to work on, meaning that the service was written up out in the parking lot, and some of these stores were so small that the person writing it up in the parking lot was going to be the same person that later in the day pulled the parts from the shelf, put them on the vehicle, closed out the repair order, cashiered the repair order, and then delivered the car back to the customer in the parking lot at the end of the day. On the flip side, I've been in service drives and service departments so large that at any given time there are 25 or 30 service advisors working those service drives, and I've been on a whole lot of in between. Now, one thing I want to talk about when I say that we've been on these service drives is this. Now, I don't mean to bash our competition or make fun of them in any way, shape, or form when I make this next comment. But these days, we've got a lot of competition out there, and everybody likes to advertise that they do their service advisor training on the service drive. And typically when our competition says that, it means that they show up at a store, they're on the service drive for a few hours, but the bulk of the time they're in the dealership, they're either in a training room training people, or they're in an office doing paperwork, and I am sure that there's a lot of value to that because a lot of our competition, like us, have been in business for a long time. But when I tell you that we've been on these service drives and that we work side by side with our service advisors on those service drives, that's exactly what I mean, because 85% of the time that we're in a dealership, we are just that, on the service drive, side by side with the service advisors, coaching, critiquing, role-playing, and writing service ourselves. I like to point this out because I want you to know that everything you see from this point forward on this training was written by somebody who's written service. The process was written on the service drive with real customers and live situations, and over the last 20-plus years has been updated through the same way. We are working very hard to bring you, with this training today, the most up-to-date training techniques, word tracks, and processes that will work for you on your service drive right now.